Oh, and welcome to the Skiing is Believing podcast, brought to you by Ski Racing Media. Alan, this week we sent one of our good friends out to Salzburg. She was really working for Ski Racing Media, but Darka has recorded some great content with some great racers, and I can't wait to hear from them. What about you?
I entirely agree with you, Matt, because it's great to hear about these atomic skiers. Of course, I'm a great atomic fan, and it's great to hear about them, and I can't wait to actually see them put the skis down and get in them and get moving, and it won't be so long now.
Absolutely. Darka spoke to Mikaela Shiffrin, Aleksander Aamodt Kilde, Lucas Pinheiro Braathen, Zrinka Ljutic, and many, many more. Some Globe winners there, some returnees. We can't wait to see Kilde back in that start gate in the not too distant future whatsoever. And of course, the giant slalom in Solden, which was a topic for many of these conversations, is just around the corner. But without further ado, let's not waste any more of your time. Let's get to this great mix-up of interviews. There's so many to get through, so let's get started. This is Atomic Ski Fans Media Day. Thanks to Darka, thanks to Bogdan for sending these over and giving us permission to use them here on the podcast. Enjoy!
So let's carry on with the introduction of our Redster athletes family. As always, we will do quick interviews here on stage, and we try to provide some news, insights and stories you maybe haven't heard of, and afterwards it's your turn with your arranged one-on-one interviews in the mixed zone. But there is one exceptional case with Mikaela Shiffrin. She's gonna leave us and leave Austria right after her stage presence. So don't hesitate to ask questions right after my questions, and yeah, there will be no mixed zone. We'll do a short Q&A session with her here straight away up on stage. So let's call her up on stage. She's the record holder in victories and podiums in the World Cup. She's the goat of skiing, Mikaela Shiffrin. Welcome. Hi, Mika. I give you the pink one. I think that fits. Mika, I called you the goat of skiing, and normally I've been told goats have to be old, but you're such a young goat. Are you familiar with all those numbers? 101 wins in World Cup. Do they still sound weird and crazy to you?
It still sounds a little bit crazy, but yeah, I've been doing this for a while now, so I appreciate so many amazing moments I've had. Yeah.
I heard you had a good summer with 3 camps, I think. How would you rate your form? How would you rate your summer?
Let's say that I've focused a lot on giant slalom this summer. I feel much stronger now than I did at the end of the season. And it's a work in progress, but I'm really, really happy with the improvements that my team, that we all made, and we're going into this season with a really strong atmosphere where I feel a lot of trust in the people around me, and I'm so grateful for that to start this season. And I'm not ready, but I'm excited, so that's a good place to be.
Almost ready. Okay. Yeah. So many victories, so many medals, so many crystal globes. Is it still the case that you feel the butterflies a little bit when you think of Solden? Are you still getting nervous, or is it not the case?
Yeah, I'm sweating right now. I get nervous, and I think actually over time I get more nervous.
Okay.
It's like, you know what it takes to be really successful, and you want that more than anything, but you also know that it's not always possible, and you can't control everything, and so you have to, we have to dive into the season with all the unknowns and dive into it with a full heart and strong turns, hopefully.
As I'm a big fan of skiing and soccer, I have to ask you, I've read you're into a soccer team in the US, you're in an investment group, in an ownership group at Detroit, I think, no, at Denver?
In Denver.
At Denver, and so you're investing in a new soccer women's team that's going to start next year in the National Soccer League. So are you into football right now?
Well, don't ask me about stats. I'm not watching every single game, but I am generally a big fan of soccer. I grew up playing, so I love the sport, and yeah, the this team in Denver, new National Women's Soccer League team, is coming up, and it's going to be incredible. We're so excited in Colorado, and all the tickets, the whole state, it's all sold out for the whole season already, and it's like I don't even think we have a full roster yet. Like, it's just really exciting. So yeah, cool.
Who's the better football player, you or Alex?
Alex.
Alex, really? Okay.
Yeah, no,
because you said
like,
he mentioned you.
he has all these moves, and
Okay.
I can like kick it straight.
Okay.
That's about.
But maybe faster than him.
I have a quicker sprint
Okay.
for a short amount of time, just a very short time.
Okay. Nice.
He has to like get
He's
his
there,
legs
yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's it from my side. Question from the floor, please, to Mikaela. It's your chance to do the Q&A session with Mikaela right now, as she has to leave afterwards. There's the first question here, sitting the lonely shy one.
Hi, it's Julia from Snowbrains. I was wondering if you are going to focus entirely on slalom and giant slalom this year, or whether you will be competing in Super G and downhill.
No downhill. I have Super G open. I've been training a little bit of Super G, and I need some more training sessions in order to race, but I love Super G, so I would like to give it a go early in the season, and then we make a decision if it's worth to keep trying before the Olympics, or if I push that till after the Olympics. It's going to be important to prioritize, so yeah, now the last 2 seasons I was injured and off snow for at least 8 weeks, so it's maybe not the smartest to just add a lot of race.
So, more questions. Just give us a sign or shout out loud. 3 questions here.
Hi, it's Lenny. This is your first season after breaking the record. How much joy you still feel skiing?
So much joy. Yeah, I have this like vision of a perfect day, and it's on the mountain, and I'm training and usually like with my teammates or competitors, and that you're pushing each other to get better and better, and I'm working well with my team and my coaches, and we're making some steps with the ski equipment, and it's just all of the things are clicking, and it's like this perfect training day, and that's something that I'm just constantly chasing. And that gives me so much joy. So yeah, that's not changed.
First row, once again.
A question I forgot to ask you before. Milano Cortina always looked far away for you. You didn't want to talk about goals after Milano Cortina, but can you give me like a percentage, a likelihood of Cortina being your last Olympics?
I'm not really a numbers girly. I'm so uncertain. To be honest, I don't know. Like, okay, then you can say 50-50. How's that?
We take that one. So, more question. I think one here in the first row again.
With your teammate Lindsey Vonn coming back at 40, do you now feel pressure that you have to continue until you're 40 at least?
I think everybody brings their own individual passion to the sport, and then this is also so important for the next generation of athletes coming up, is to see people like Lindsey competing and taking it a different way, and for me to do it my own route. And I don't see myself competing till I'm 40, but I'm certainly inspired to see the success of athletes who are able to compete and hold that level of success for such a long period of time, and to take a step away from the sport and come back. I think it's impressive, and it shows that there's so many ways to do this, and sport is just a beautiful part of the life that we get to do this, and that's just something to be grateful for. So yeah.
So I think that's it. One last question here in the first row again.
Missing the Austrian media here asking questions a little bit.
You've shared a pretty personal piece in the Players Tribune about 5 months ago, and I just wanted to ask you, how do you feel 5 months after this pretty personal piece in this newspaper, in this magazine?
Yeah, for me, sharing and talking and relating to other people about my life and my experience has been so helpful for me to grow and improve and move forward from traumatic events and from injuries and from pain. It also helps me to process good things in life. So I've definitely for the last 4 years, talking with my psychologist and working with pieces like Players Tribune, they are particularly amazing to work with because they dive into these questions that help you process. And I appreciate that so much.
So last chance for Austrian media to ask a question. If you're good, then we're fine, I think. Okay, perfect. One last one, okay? One last question.
Hi. This season we have a Spindler of Moulin in the calendar, so I would like to ask you about your connection to this place.
Yeah, this is my first World Cup race. 15, basically 2 days before I turned 16, then my dad was there with me. So it's a very emotional place for me to go. It brings back a lot of memories. I've had so many incredible races there, and yeah, to be honest, I've had mostly really amazing memories in this place. So it's I'm excited to return.
So thank you, Mikaela. Is there anything you want to know from Alex? I should ask him because you have to leave straight away. Are you good? About his plans or? I think you can catch up with him.
I'll catch up with him later.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks.
No secrets here, I would say.
There are no secrets.
Thank you so much, Mikaela, for joining us, and all the best for the season. Thank you. As always, a pleasure. A round of applause for Mikaela Shiffrin. Thank you. Und es geht bei uns gleich weiter. Wir machen jetzt eine Schweizer Runde und begrüßen eine Dreierbande hier bei uns auf der Bühne und sagen Grüezi zu Mallory Blanc, Tangunev und Nils Hintermann. Hallo! Tanguy is the first one. Hallo! Und ich glaube, wir haben noch irgendwo ein Mikrofon verloren. Wenn wir es zur Bühne bringen, dann sehr gern. Wir starten mal mit Nils, genau da ist das zweite Mikrofon. Nils, schön dich wieder hier zu haben. Letztes Jahr konntest du leider nicht da sein, aus bekannten Gründen. Deshalb die einfachste aller Fragen. Wie geht's dir heute? Wie startest du rein in deine Comeback-Saison?
Ja, soweit eigentlich gut. Fühle mich gut, konnte sehr gut trainieren und macht Spaß zum wieder dabei sein. Und alles in allem gesund und glücklich.
Ich kann mir vorstellen, es ist ja gar nicht so einfach, weil es da auch keine Referenzwerte gibt. Es ist ja nicht irgendwie ein Knöchelbruch oder ein Schnupfen, wo du weißt, was du tun musst. Und dann kommst du in diese Schweizer Mannschaft zurück. Ist das Fluch und Segen zugleich, mit so einer starken Band dann wieder auf Tour zu sein?
Nee, ich glaube, das ist mehrheitlich nur Segen. Es ist cool, da hat man eben genau relativ viele Anhaltspunkte, wo man steht im Training, weil gerade die zwei Jungen mit Alexi und Franjo, da gibt es eigentlich keinen Lauf, der nicht richtig gepusht wird, und das macht es mega spannend für mich, ein bisschen zu sehen, wo ich stehe und wie das Ganze ausschaut.
Du hast auch was Besonderes gewonnen, den Outstanding Achievement Award hast du in der Schweiz bekommen, deswegen gibt es ja auch nochmal eine extra Runde Applaus für den Nils, schön, dass er wieder da ist. Wir machen weiter mit der Mallory. Wir haben gesagt, wir versuchen es auf Deutsch, und wenn es nicht mehr geht, gehen wir auf Englisch weiter oder in alle anderen Sprachen.
Französisch?
Genau, da bin ich raus. Du bist ja mit einem Big Bang quasi in Österreich eingeschlagen, hast gleich mal in St. Anton richtig Geschichte geschrieben. Mit BIP 46, glaube ich, war es, Startnummer 46, hast du dann gleich mal das erste Mal hier auf dem Podium im Weltcup gefinisht. Wenn du zurückdenkst, wie war das? Was geht dir durch den Kopf, wenn du daran denkst?
Ja, es klingt immer ein bisschen unrealistisch. Nein, das war unglaublich, so dazu kommen, ohne viele Erwartungen. Ich kam auch von einer Verletzung zurück in der Comeback-Saison, und das war viel, viel besser, als ich alles gedacht hätte, und das war einfach unglaublich emotional. Und wenn ich noch darüber denke, es kommt doch immer den Herz, geht schnell, und es ist mega, mega schön, und vor allem das war die Stimmung war super in Österreich, und ich konnte es wirklich genießen.
Wir haben heute schon über den neuen Redster gesprochen, und man hört, du bist auf dem G9, also auf dem Riesenslalom-Ski, sehr, sehr gut unterwegs. Ist das ein längerer Plan auch bei dir, Riesenslalom dazu zu nehmen, oder ist das nur Training für die schnellen Sachen?
Es ist noch geheim. Nein.
Dafür sind wir hier.
Nein, ich glaube jetzt, man kann wirklich sehen im Weltcup, dass es ziemlich wichtig ist, in Speed auch diese Technik zu behalten, und für mich ist das auch ziemlich wichtig für den Kopf. Ich habe mega viel Spaß im Riesen, und es ist eben wirklich cool, diese Flow zu finden und ich glaube eben mit diesem Spaß könnte ich noch vielleicht irgendwann im Weltcup starten, das wäre mega cool, aber ja, langfristig und jetzt bleiben wir Füße am Boden und ich baue langsam Speed auf und dann schauen wir mal.
Tongi, I think I'm not the only guy who is afraid of mispronouncing your name. Did I do it properly and what was the worst way people called you?
No, that was actually really, really good.
Okay.
In English, I used to introduce myself as Neff. Because,
Okay.
everyone didn't say Neff, you know. But Donkey, you know, it's a French name, and yeah, you did actually a good job.
Okay.
But the worst I did here was Donkey.
Donkey. Okay. Let's not do this. I've read an interesting thing. You studied in the US and you did your degree, I think, in AI or in computer science. Does it help you to become a better skier with that in the back of your brain, maybe, and to get the right setup?
Yeah, actually, absolutely. And my coach always tells me, you know, you're like a computer, and I kind of see it like this. Performance, you know, it's a lot of things that have to click together. I kind of like wheels that all have to work, and it's exactly the same with coding. If you miss one little comma, your whole program doesn't work. And in skiing, if you miss, you know, you can maybe miss one gate, but not by too hard, and you need to stay concentrated. So putting everything together for performance, it's kind of similar.
So what's the plan from your computer, like for next season? Podiums, wins, what's the computer program say?
Yeah, the computer program says we're on a good trend, so we'll keep pushing, we do the same thing, enjoy, because I think that's the beauty of it, and you know, I'm building confidence with Atomic, and the skis are really helping me with this, and I think the best is yet to come.
Perfekt. Eine Abschlussfrage noch an Nils. Ich habe bei dir mitbekommen, du hast ja während der letzten Saison quasi eine zweite Karriere als Fernsehstar-Koch hingelegt auf Instagram. Da waren Schlutzkrapfen à la Inhofer dabei, Gordon Bleu à la Beat Feutz. Freuen sich die im Weltcup schon, dass du da für die alle kochen musst? Oder wie läuft das?
Zum Glück muss ich das nicht machen, wenn die Rennen sind. Da werden wir immer sehr gut bekocht von den Hotels. Aber es ist was ich ein bisschen während Corona aufgegriffen habe und eigentlich immer schon ein größeres Hobby war von mir, und von dem her müssen wir schauen, wie und ob es da irgendwie in einer Form weitergeht mit der Serie.
Sehr schön. Ich bedanke mich bei euch. Merci vielmals an die Schweizer Runde. Dankeschön. Riesenapplaus. Und wir machen weiter mit einem Duo aus dem Land, in dem in diesem Jahr die Olympischen Spiele stattfinden. Natürlich ist das Italien, und wir begrüßen jetzt die Squadra Azzurra. Einen schönen frühen Nachmittag, sagen wir hier an Sofia Goccia und Alex Vinatzer. Hallo, benvenuti. Ciao Sofia. Ciao. Hallo Alex. Sofia, I'm gonna start with you. Facciamo in inglese o capisci il tedesco tirolese di Alex?
No, English.
English, okay. Wir machen Tirolerisch, wir machen English. Okay, Sofia, I've heard an interesting Italian podcast where you were talking about Cortina, and you were like with a declaration of love for Cortina, and you said the ski lift is so nice, the mountain is so nice, the pista of course is so nice. What does it mean to you to have the Olympic Games on home ground?
Well, hello everyone. For sure, for us Italian, it's really, it's going really to be emotional. I mean, I made 2 Olympic Games in 2018 and in 2022, and it was in the Asian country. So bring them back to the heart of Europe, in our country, in our nation, for us, is really a huge pride.
But you got that gold medal 2018. Does it make it easier for you a little bit to get up a little bit more relaxed into the new season, to know I've got that done? No? No.
No, but I mean, winning the gold medal at the Olympic Games has always been my biggest dream since I was a child, and still lives inside of myself. Of course, as an Italian racing in Italy, in Cortina, we have, I think, really, we have really to handle a lot of things that maybe the other athletes from other nations won't have. So at the Olympic Games, we will be thinking about it once there, but at the same time, I really want to be and stay focused for my season on every weekend in World Cup with races from GS to downhill. For me, they have the same importance.
Okay, perfekt. Vielleicht das zweite Mikrofon für den Alex. Alex, von Bozen, deinem Geburtsort, nach Bormio sind es ungefähr 2 Stunden, wenn man so schnell Auto fährt wie du. Spukt das auch schon ein bisschen in deinem Kopf hinten rum, was das für Olympische Spiele für die Italiener sein werden?
Servus Alexander, es wird sicher mega sein für uns Italiener, daheim die Olympiaden zu haben. Natürlich haben wir noch die Hälfte oder eine Viertelsaison bis Ende Jänner und deswegen müssen wir mal gut machen, damit man eine gescheite Startnummer dann für die Olympischen Spiele hat, um sich dann für die Medaillen eine Chance zu ergattern.
Du hast gleich in deiner ersten Saison auf dem roten Ski mit Atomic Medaille geholt. In Saalbach hat es wieder mit einer Medaille geklappt, und zwar in der schönsten Farbe sogar. Wie sind deine Pläne für das Jahr? Sagst du jetzt mal im Weltcup der große erste Sieg oder was sind so deine formulierten Pläne?
Ja, der Plan ist schon mal schnell Ski zu fahren, das ist schon mal sicher. Und dann werden wir eigentlich schauen, wir nehmen das Rennen pro Rennen, wir schauen gut in die Saison zu starten und eigentlich gute Confidence aufzubauen, dass wir dann wie sagen wir so, mit breiten Schultern nach Bormio reisen.
Sophia, last season was a season without any major injury or major setback for you, and I saw some impressive things on Instagram from your training. Would you say this was one of the best preparations regarding the physical shape you ever had?
Yeah, I mean, usually for me, summer is always a tough season because ski is really a strange sport. You stop skiing in April, May, and until September you don't really ski, or sometimes you just go on glacier, but for 2 or 3 days. So you're pretty much focused on the physical preparation. This year, starting from a really good base, I had the chance to do a lot of variations in the work, which was something that I couldn't do in the past season because due to the injury. And also on skis, I was really satisfied with the work that we made in South America. Been focusing first on the technique in Ushuaia, and then I went to La Parva to do more speed. And the training itself was really high quality.
Perfekt. Alex, ihr habt ja auch einen speziellen Riesentorlauftrainer mit dem Peter Phil, der auch ein sehr cooler Typ ist. Ich durfte ihn auch schon ein paar Mal kennenlernen. Wie ist das Training mit dem Peter? So, ich kann mir vorstellen, der bringt da ein paar neue Dinge rein.
Ja, ich glaube, jetzt mittlerweile bin ich schon ein bisschen an Peter gewöhnt. Er ist jetzt schon 2 Jahre eigentlich ein bisschen dabei. Aber natürlich er bringt ein bisschen andere Erfahrung. Er bringt die Erfahrung vom Speed mit, das heißt alles, was Gelände angeht, Taktik über die Wellen, Speed ins Flache mitnehmen, da kennt er sich natürlich super aus und ich muss sagen, jetzt haben wir in Ushuaia super mit ihm gearbeitet und hoffentlich geht es gleich weiter so.
Und er ist ja verwandt mit dem Sänger der Kastelroter Spatzen. Pusht der euch mit der Musik der Kastelroter Spatzen noch manchmal?
Also bis jetzt hat er noch nie eine Musik aufgelegt.
Okay, würdest du es mögen oder bist du eher woanders unterwegs mit der Musik?
Ich sage da nichts dazu.
Okay, bleibt geheim. Dann sage ich alles Gute, in bocca al lupo, grazie und alles Gute. Sofia Goccia, Alex Vinatzer, Dankeschön. Vom Internationalen zurück zum Nationalen. Wir stellen auf Rot-Weiß-Rot und begrüßen die österreichische Mannschaft mit Mirjam Puchner, Marco Schwarz und Fabio Gstrein hier auf der Bühne. Hallo! Wo ist das Austria-Ski-Team? Wir warten auf Sie, Austria, da ist Mirjam. Hallo. Wo hast du deine Jungs? Das sind sie. Sehr gut. Hallo, 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 hallo. Servus an euch. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Ich fange gleich mal mit der Mirjam an. So viel Testosteron auf der Bühne. Da hilft es, wenn man ausgebildete Polizistin ist. Und du hast ja noch viele weitere Dinge, das habe ich jetzt erstmal realisiert. BWL-Studium, glaube ich, Master im Sport, in Sportwissenschaft. Ist das schon erledigt auch?
Nein, noch nicht erledigt.
Bist aber dabei?
Bei der Masterarbeit gerade, ja.
Bei der Masterarbeit, nur wunderbar. Wie dürfen wir dich ansprechen? Was ist der richtige Titel? Frau Inspektorin, Doktor, Master?
Bleib mal bei mir, ja.
Mega, okay, wunderbar. Du bist ja auch im Hauptberuf Skifahrerin, nicht irgendwie etwa im Nebenjob. Und da gab es im letzten Winter natürlich Saalbach, tolle Medaille gemacht. Hat es im Sommer noch so ein bisschen nachgeklungen bei dir, im positiven Sinne, sodass man, weiß nicht, irgendwann mal aufwacht und ein riesen Grinsen im Gesicht hat?
Natürlich, selber auch letzte Saison mega Erlebnis gewesen und Ich habe die Medaille immer wieder gerne angeschaut, wenn irgendwelche Momente auftaucht sind, bringt natürlich ein Grinsen ins Gesicht und natürlich, wenn es mal das Training schwieriger ist oder wenn man ein bisschen fertig ist nachher, schaut man sich einfach Erinnerungen an und geht es gleich wieder leichter.
Blackie, bei dir haben wir gehört, 4 Disziplinen trainiert im Sommer. Ich hoffe, die Information ist korrekt. Wie schaut denn dein Plan dann aus, jetzt dann auch in der Saison? Werden es 2, 3, 4 Disziplinen? Was hast du dir vorgenommen?
Ja, 2 bis 3 würde ich mal sagen. Eben, ich habe das Speedtraining wieder ein bisschen aufgenommen. War jetzt in Chile zuerst mit der Abfahrtsmannschaft unterwegs und dann mit der Technikmannschaft wieder. War wieder cool, ein bisschen in das Speedgeschehen einzuschnuppern, wieder herantasten, schauen, dass die Sprünge wieder gut funktionieren und ja, der Plan ist eben den Super-G wieder mitzunehmen und die Abfahrt lassen wir noch ein bisschen offen, schauen wie einer startet und dann Weltspitale.
Und ähnlich wie wir gerade mit der Sophia besprochen haben, gilt ja auch für dich eine Saison ohne die große Verletzung und dementsprechend eine Sommervorbereitung, wo ich mir denke, es ist eine Schinderei, es ist eine Quälerei, aber trotzdem macht es viel mehr Spaß, wie wenn man eben das Comeback planen muss, oder? Ist viel leichter.
Ja, auf alle Fälle. Also letztes Jahr war es ein sehr schwieriges Jahr gehabt, der Sommer war sehr schwierig, hat sich da lang gezogen, auch dann mit dem Bandscheibenvorfall noch dazu. War heuer froh, dass ich eine normale Vorbereitung haben können. Im Sommer hat alles gut funktioniert, bin jetzt schmerzfrei auf Schnee und das ist das Wichtigste.
Dann bitte einmal das Mikro weiter zum Fabio, wo ich gesehen habe, Traumhochzeit im Sommer, Gratulation dazu, und dann heiratest du im Sommer und es schneit. Hast du das so bestellt, damit es perfekt ist für dich als Skifahrer, oder wie war das?
Nein, ich glaube, bestellt hatte immer schon die Sonne, war auch schöner gewesen, aber das hat so gut gepasst.
Letzte Saison war quasi auch ein Traum, kann man glaube ich so sagen, mit den Weltcup-Protesten hat es geklappt. Wie ist jetzt dein Plan? Auf dem kann man aufbauen wahrscheinlich. Der Bann ist gebrochen, oder sagst du jetzt muss der Sieg her, jetzt muss auch der Marco regelmäßig banniert werden? Wie ist dann deine Zielsetzung?
Ja, mal hauptsächlich ist der Plan da dran anschließen und natürlich einfach wieder so Leistungen bringen und einfach noch schauen, wie weit es nach vorne reicht und ja, einfach gut Skifahren bei jedem Rennen und danach wird es schon passen.
Und es könnten deine ersten Olympischen Spiele werden, wenn alles gut geht. Denkst du an sowas oder ist das mal derweil beiseite zu schieben?
Ist noch eine Weile hin, bis das daherkommt. Wir haben viele Rennen, bis man aufgestellt wird und ja, also von dem her glaube ich noch nicht zum Umstressen, weil eben viele Rennen fahren, gut Rennen fahren und danach soll es gerade immer sein.
Wir wissen bei Marco, du vertraust auf den Redster Helm schon lange, aber du hast einen Spezialauftrag bekommen von Atomic, habe ich gehört. Mit dem Manuel Feller gemeinsam musstest du eine Skibrille designen. Jetzt, wenn ich mir euch beide da vorstelle, kann man vorstellen, das war lustig, das Design. Oder wie habt ihr zusammengearbeitet, das künstlerische Duo Schwarz-Feller?
Wir mussten nicht, wir durften. Also der Manu hat seine Brille designt, ich habe meine Brille designt. War ein sehr cooles Projekt und ja, könnt sicher gespannt sein.
Ab 27.10. im Fachhandel, habe ich gelesen. Warum sollte man deine Brille kaufen?
Weil sie gut ausschaut.
Wir haben schon was gesehen davon. Würdest du die Herren vielleicht auch bei dir was designen lassen? Brille, Küche zu Hause?
Ich glaube, der Blackie muss mir jetzt da nachher noch mal sagen, dass ich wirklich seine nehme und nicht die vom Felle. Also ich bin schon gespannt.
Sehr schön, da machen wir noch einen schnellen Ausblick. Bei dir liegt ja auch eine Olympiamedaille schon daheim. Und natürlich wollen alle Journalisten wissen, wie gehst du es an? Ich sage mal anders, ist das so eines der letzten ganz großen Ziele in deiner Karriere, die so viel Schönes schon gebracht hat, dass du da in Italien nochmal irgendwie Edelmetallabbau betreibst?
Stößt mir jetzt gleich so hin, dass ich schon so alt bin, wenn das dabei letztes
Nein, du schaust so jung aus, du kannst noch 20 Jahre fahren.
Nein, hast du recht. Also es ist schon einmal ein sehr, sehr großes Ziel und das Schöne ist, dass ich schon eine Medaille von Olympia daheim habe. Also das Müssen ist vorbei. Ich kann, glaube ich, ganz locker da in die Saison starten, aber ich weiß, man muss auch ersten Rennen liefern, also so wie der Fabio gesagt hat, es sind noch 4 Rennen bis dahin, aber ein großes Ziel ist natürlich Olympia.
Und Fabio hat Heimspiel gleich beim ersten Rennen. Du kennst das natürlich schon aus den vergangenen Jahren, nichts mehr ganz Großes, Besonderes. Ist es trotzdem so, dass es bei dir auch ganz besonders kribbelt, wenn du weißt, da sind wahrscheinlich halt Freunde, Familie und alle da, um dir die Daumen zu drücken?
Ja, natürlich ist eben für mich Sölden und Kugel gleich zweimal, muss sicher ein ganz spezielle Rennen sein. Eben ist schon schwer, dass man da nicht ein bisschen überbaut danach, aber nein, ist schon richtig lässig, wenn so viele Leute zuschauen sein, die man kennt, Schulkollegen, Freunde und ja, macht dann auch schon nochmal mehr Spaß.
Dann wünschen wir euch alles Gute für die Saison. Riesenapplaus für Fabio, Marco und Mirjam. Dankeschön. Wir machen gleich wieder international weiter und begrüßen hier die Wikinger bei uns im Haus. Adrian Smiseth Sejersted, Fredrik Moeller und Aleksander Aamodt Kilde sind zu uns gekommen. Team Norway, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm going to start with Alex, and we said we do this in English so everybody can jump in if he wants. So Alex, good to have you back. And the most important question is, of course, for everybody: how's your leg? How's your shoulder? How's the whole Alex doing?
Yeah, I mean it's good to be back. It's a good sign that I'm here. You know, Atomic Media Day is always sort of a kickoff for the season, and last year I was not here. But that's a long story. So it's very good to be here. And to answer your question, I feel like the leg is working really well. We had a good camp in Chile. I got to test myself a little bit against these guys, and still some work to do for sure. But it's getting there slowly but surely. And the shoulder is what's missing. And I'm thinking like 20% away from the top.
Okay, perfect. Winning again, being competitive again, maybe, is that something you dream of? What would it mean to you? And did it change your approach to skiing? What you had to suffer in the last couple of months?
I don't think it changed the approach. I feel like it gives me more of a motivation, because now I've been away from the sport and seen actually how cool it is to be on the road with the boys, and also fighting for medals and trying to, you know, work on those tiny details. And that's something that I've missed, and when you sit at home and you don't really feel like you have a purpose on anything, then it's really great to actually come back and feel that again. So that's basically it. And it sounds simple, but that's why I'm really, really wanting to come back.
Perfect. I'm gonna ask you, do you think it's good to have the big dog? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you, the big dog back in the team, in the entire Norwegian team, and maybe it's something you can benefit of as well, that Alex is back in the boys band?
Yeah, so short answer is yes, of course. Big man is back, that's nice.
And it's okay to clap his shoulder and arm again.
Yeah, easy. Take that one. Oh, good.
What's your expectation for the next season? What's your goals, and what is the thing you want to reach?
For me or for Alex?
For you.
Of course, we have an Olympic season. So last time I was 4 in Beijing in 2022, so now I want to make it even better. So yeah, medal.
And you had a big success last time in Bormio. It was your first World Cup win. Alex won there. You were on the podium as well. So it seems to be a good place for you. You must be really excited to go back to Bormio this winter and try to ski fast in Italy again.
Yeah, for sure. It's really exciting. Hopefully I can qualify for the race. So that's the first goal, and then we'll see after that.
So you take it for sure.
Yeah, he will be there.
Okay,
hopefully.
But something changed, I guess, in the last season. So everybody was like waiting for you in the finish area, meaning as long as Fredrik isn't down the hill, so something could change. Did you feel you made the big step last year?
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to say no to that.
Okay, you say yes to that. Perfect.
Yeah, I had some great races, a great season. Me and Adrian, good season, both of us. So that was good.
Alex, you were sidelined now for like 2 years, and I've heard you've spent a lot of time in the most beautiful city of the world, Innsbruck, and but also the connection with Atomic still was there in these times. Could you explain how was the connection with your ski brand during these times?
It's been great support from day one. Actually, you know, it's the biggest sponsor you have as a skier. The material is the most important thing that you do, and with Atomic, it's always been a feeling like a family, you know. So with Christian Höflinger being very close to all the athletes, for me at this time living in Innsbruck, he always reached out when he was passing Innsbruck, and you know, having that close connection with your race director of your brand and your sponsor, I feel like it just says so much about like Atomic itself, and how bodenständig and how nice it is, and that's also why we get the results we have, and also we feel like it's a part of our family. So it's
Great, good to hear. Adrian, in World Cup they often say it's so important to have an experience, to have an old serviceman, and you got a young gun on your side. It's Simon, and he's much younger than you. So how are you dealing with each other? Who's the boss in that team?
Good question. Who's the boss? Yeah, I guess Simon.
Simon.
Yeah,
But how you come along with each other?
Yeah, it's good. So I was having Ernst Haberschatter before I had Simon, and also Bjørn Gstrein. I played along with all three guys very well, and Simon is much younger, but yeah, he's really good. We have a good connection, and he's also with Fredrik, so we are kind of a trio there. Yeah.
So you're sharing him. Fredrik, you're kind of a prototype for the ski brand as well, as I heard. You're the first Norwegian World Cup skier who is not just using the skis, but also the helmet and the goggles. Why do you decide to use the full package, the full gear?
Short answer is that it's easier to just have one sponsor. It's less work. And also, the goggles work good, helmet works good, so why not?
So you tested everything properly?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, Talk, thank you very much. All the best for next season. Adrian, Alex and Fredrik. Thank you. Thank you. Jetzt kommt ebenfalls eine spannende Runde und wir nennen sie mal einfach die Neuzugänge in der Redster-Familie. Bitte schön um einen großen Applaus für Daniel Juhl und Raphael Haser. Hallo, servus. Servus Raphael, ein Mikrofon für dich. Raphael, ich fange mal mit dir an. Ich sehe, du schaust wieder perfekt aus, alles ist gut mit den Zähnen, du kannst essen, du kannst Interviews geben, oder? Gibt keine Ausreden.
Das bestens, nein, gibt keine Ausreden mehr.
Sehr gut. Dann willkommen an euch beide in der Atomic-Familie. Bei dir war es ja wahrscheinlich ein Sommer mit ganz, ganz vielen Empfängen, Medienterminen, Zeltfesten, was auch immer. Gestern noch Sportler des Jahreswahl, wo du wahrscheinlich für alle hier eigentlich der Sportler des Jahres der Herzen bist. Wie ist es dir gegangen in den letzten Wochen nach all den Erfolgen?
Ja, es war schon über den ganzen Sommer einiges los. War jetzt nie ganz ruhig, aber auch nicht immer ganz stressig. Aber ich freue mich jetzt, wenn es wieder losgeht und solche Termine wieder ein bisschen weniger werden.
Kann ich mir vorstellen. Jetzt gewinnst du Gold und Silber bei den Weltmeisterschaften und dann machst du im Sommer einen Materialwechsel. Die Leute bei Atomic freut es natürlich. Wie war es für dich zu sagen, an der Stelle mache ich jetzt den Material-Change? Stelle ich mir vor, auch nicht ganz leicht als Athlet.
Ja, es war alles andere wie einfach, aber irgendwo ein bisschen der Drang für Veränderung und vielleicht einfach einen neuen Input zu kriegen, um vielleicht den nächsten Schritt noch zu machen. Ja, werden wir sehen, ob es dann wirklich so ist, aber ich bin einmal guter Dinge, dass das alles in die richtige Richtung geht.
Bei Daniel ist es ganz ähnlich, Olympische Spiele vor der Tür, dann gibt es die Heim-WM in Grand Montana in der Schweiz, also vor 2 ganz großen Saisons hast du auch das Material gewechselt. Was hat dich da dazu bewegt? Sind das auch dann vielleicht Tipps von Teamkollegen oder schaust du dich um, was machen die anderen? Wie kommst du zu so einer Entscheidung?
Also für mich war es eher ein bisschen einfacher, weil ich glaube, im Gegenteil mit Raphael hatte ich letztes Jahr für mich nicht so eine gute Saison und eben es stehen noch einige Sachen vor, die nächste Saisons sind wirklich wichtig und dann habe ich einfach gespürt, es war Zeit für etwas Neues, neue Luft reinzubringen und ich habe mich nach Einlauf mit der Atomic-Skis war die Entscheidung schon getroffen. Ich habe mich da wirklich super gefühlt und hoffentlich kann ich das dann auch in den Rennen umsetzen.
Und ich habe gehört, du kannst auch widersprechen, wenn das nicht stimmt, dass du sogar deinen Stil schon ein bisschen verändert hast. Also geheime Beobachter sagen, der hat schon ein bisschen seinen Fahrstil verändert, stimmt das?
Das stimmt schon. Ich habe trotzdem manchmal der V-Stellung, der bleibt immer noch ein bisschen. Aber es ist schon wirklich eine Veränderung und hoffentlich nur in Positives. Und wie gesagt, ich kann jetzt alle Theorien der Welt halten, aber am Schluss, man weiß im Skisport, die Rennen sind entscheidend und ich freue mich schon, dass es losgeht.
Raphael, wir haben davor gerade mit den Norwegern über Serviceleute gesprochen. Du hast mit Thomas Krag aber auch einen Interessanten, der ja quasi selber eine Karriere hat. Ist das für dich ein komplett neuer Zugang, auch zu sagen, der macht vielleicht gut meine Ski, aber ich kann mit dem auch vielleicht über Renntaktik oder andere Dinge sprechen? Ist das für dich so eine fast neue Anlaufstation auch?
klar, ich glaube, wer ihn dann kennt, weiß, dass er kein unbeschriebenes Blatt in der Szene ist und dass er sehr, sehr viel Erfahrung mitbringt. Von dem her war es mir einfach wichtig, dass ich bei so einer wichtigen Entscheidung dann so einen Mann an meiner Seite habe, der einfach schon sehr, sehr lange in der Firma ist und sehr viel mitbringt und mir da vielleicht einfach unter die Arme greift, damit ich mich schneller wohlfühle und schneller meine 7 Zwetschgen gewonnen habe.
Wir werden gleich dann noch mit Zrinka Ljutic sprechen. Die hat in ihrer ersten Redster-Saison gleich ihren ersten Sieg geholt. Ist das für dich auch so ein Ziel, dass du sagst, jetzt bin ich Weltmeister, jetzt möchte ich gerne noch im Weltcup richtig einschlagen und ganz oben stehen? Hast du das klar formuliert?
Naja, auf jeden Fall. Ich glaube, das Ziel für jeden Rennfahrer ist, bei jedem Rennen ganz oben zu stehen. Aber es ist natürlich nicht immer möglich, aber logisch, erster Weltcup-Sieg steht sicher an am Zettel.
Daniel hat schon 7 Weltcup-Siege. Was ist bei dir das Ziel? Kugel? Wäre das eine schöne Deko für eure WG zu Hause?
Ja, sicher, aber ich glaube, das klingt ein bisschen Klischee, aber jeder Rennen für sich und für mich wäre wieder schön, das Gefühl zu spüren, am Start zu stehen und wissen, wenn ich jetzt 2 gute Läufe runterbringe, dann mische ich ganz vorne mit, manchmal geht es auf, manchmal nicht, aber schon am Start zu stehen mit diesem Gefühl zu wissen, dass das möglich ist, das hatte ich vielleicht letzte Saison nicht. Das wäre für mich das große Ziel dieses Jahr, wieder spüren, dass es da möglich ist.
Dann machen wir abschließend ein Mini-Quiz mit euch. Weißt du noch, wo du deine allerersten Weltcup-Punkte geholt hast?
Ja, das weiß ich. Das war eigentlich in Bormio, wo dieses Jahr die Olympischen Spiele stattfinden.
Ach so, ein Zufall. Und Raphael, weißt du noch, wo du die meisten Weltcup-Podien geholt hast von deinen?
Ja, blöderweise in Bormio. Ja.
Okay. Das lassen wir einfach so stehen und wünschen euch mit diesem guten Zeichen eine schöne Weltcup-Saison und Olympiasaison. Raphael, Daniel, Dankeschön und alles Gute. Servus. Ich habe schon ganz kurz angeteased, haben wir noch, 2 internationale, die aber hoch dekoriert sind und deswegen begrüßen wir jetzt Zrinka Ljutic und Lucas Braathen hier bei uns auf der Bühne. Ich hoffe, Sie sind noch da. Zrinka Ljutic und Lucas Braathen. Man wartet auf euch für die Bühne. Auf der Bühne. Hello! Please join us. Zrinka, hello, hello. Bogdan.
Hey guys!
Lucas! Good to have you back.
Thank you.
Okay, we do a wild mix in languages, so you can answer in English, you can answer in German or English as you want. I give you the question in German, we said, so let's kick this off. Lucas, so at Zrinka you had a big success last season. It was your first season with Atomic and almost everything, like you nailed it. You did 3 victories, you won the Slalom Overall World Cup. How did you... A round of applause. He knows how difficult that is. Where did you place the crystal globe at home? And what was the feeling like seeing it maybe every day or every week? And did it give you some extra motivation?
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, I placed it in my living room, just on the shelf where the other trophies. And it's nice. It's still nice to look at it to this day. Although I have to say, Lucas told me a really good thing, and he said. It's at the end of the day, the next morning you wake up after you win a globe, it's just another trophy that sits on the shelf, and it couldn't be more far from truth. But still, it is nice to look at it, sometimes. I bet for you so. Too.
Where is yours?
Don't tell me it's in some garage. He doesn't even know.
Yeah, it's in my dad's garage in a box, I think.
It's in a box.
In a house that I have yet to visit it. Because he just moved, and I haven't seen it since I got it.
I think we have to add some Olympic medals, maybe.
I think so.
To the garage.
Despite all that, and despite this successful season, you changed your running system, and we talked just about the serviceman. You also changed to Andy. What was the reason to head over?
Yeah, well, I felt like I want some change, and there were some things I was looking for, and I really found it all in him. And also he had quite a lot of years of experience of working with Atomic, and he lives basically near the factory, so I figured it would be a good way for me to even improve my relationship and my cooperation with Atomic, and it's really working great. There's nothing to add.
Perfect keyword also for Lucas, because they told me, since you have an apartment here in Austria, in your off season you were here like every week or every month to like develop the material and to develop the skis for the new generation. So you invested a lot for the new Redster skis.
No, for sure. I mean, nothing in life is constant, and the same goes for skiing, same goes for this industry, same goes for progression. Everything is frequency, everything is energy, and the only shot you have at failing is remaining stagnant. And so it is all about keep progressing, keep searching for where that next piece of development lies, and you need an rather obsessive relationship with something so particular and unique and demanding as ski racing is, especially because of its complexity. And for me, I find it to be one of the many pieces of the puzzle that skiing is. It's all about your mental state, it's about your spiritual state, it's about your physical state, and it's about the complex material that we need to interact with, that eventually is this dialogue with the nature and the environment of which we perform our art on. So, you know, if you want to be the very best, and that is your aim, you need to pay attention to this grind 24/7 all year long. That work never stops.
Thank you so much for your approach. I like that. You should write a book maybe a little bit later. Thank you so much, and all the best to Zrinka and Lucas.
Thank you.
You.
Fine, you?
I'm doing good. Doing good, thank you. So, where are we at?
So 1 year since you became Brazilian alpine skier, so does people in Brazil started to pursue more alpine skiing? Do they cheer for you from Brazil, from beaches?
It's really special because, you know, I'm able to bring a country of over 200 million people to a sport that they were yet to be represented in before this project started. And it is very much the country that introduced me and grew my love for sports in general. You know, I didn't start with skiing as a young kid like probably most in this room today did. I started with football, and I was introduced in Brazil, and my first hero was Ronaldinho. And so for me, being able to represent Brazil is first and foremost a full circle moment. And I take a huge pride in being able to bring them something new. And I hope that me representing Brazil in a winter sport can represent that change that I hope to bring. And that's something I take huge pride in.
You will come to Italy to Olympics as a Brazilian representation, so is it extra motivation or extra pressure for you?
Both. It's both, and one does not go without the other. It's a very intertwined and tight-knitted dialogue between pressure and privilege, because it adds a significant amount of pressure because there's a whole lot more at stake. I'm also the only one carrying this responsibility and the potential of bringing back a medal for so many people, but it is exactly what represents the importance. It is exactly what represents the possibility that I have at hand. And that is the difference between approaching it with nervousness or excitement. And I am going to channel it with positivity, with love, and connection to my purpose, and convert that into increasing the possibility at gaining success throughout the game. So it's all about perception. And I take huge pride in being able to have this opportunity, and I will do everything in my power to bring home a medal to Brazil.
Last season you were on podium, but you didn't win any race. What is maybe that one last small piece that you missed?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I've been evaluating and analyzing, you know, so much, because I'm really happy about my consistency and my performances. I showed great average pace, and I was able to fight for podiums basically every single race that I participated in. And then I would peak at 2 or 3 races where I really had the chance at winning, but it was a simple small mistake that kept me hundreds of a second away from bringing the first victory and add another piece of history to last year's merit. So that's the one that's up for grabs this year. And I honestly believe it's a lot of the growth that last year had to offer that I didn't have before going into that season, and what this drastic change of mine has now allowed me to learn. And I'm looking forward to take that piece of growth and those lessons learned into our approach as a team this year. And I'm convinced that'll bring us the success that we were unable to claim last year.
After a whole season racing for Brazil, podiums, strong results, changes in your professional and personal life, I'd like to ask you.
I very much am, and that is the biggest success I can achieve at the end of the day, because all of these things that we've discussed so far and that I've discussed with every other journalist here today, they are simply byproduct of what it is that you just asked. The real purpose is to be happy. That for me is, I seek fulfillment every single day because I simply want to be happy. The things that we are discussing, you know, achieving sporting results, all of my creative projects, all of the things that I try to do to inspire others, it's what makes me happy. And with this drastic life-changing decision that I did of retiring, all stems from a huge sacrifice I had to do to remain on that path of serving my purpose in life. And now I've been able to find my path again, and it has led me back into skiing, but on my own terms. And now I get to both do the activity that I love the most in my life, whilst doing it in a way where it makes me the happiest. So for me, I'm well aware of the privilege that I get to have, and it is not every athlete that gets to say that they live connected to their purpose and get to practice what they do for a living in order to serve that purpose. That's really rich.
Cool. And how did people react to your skincare line?
Well, I think it came as a surprise. I think a lot of people would assume that my first own brand would be a fashion brand, but let's see what the future holds. As of right now, this was more aligned with the difference that I felt like I wanted to bring. Again, it comes back and ties into this conversation that we just had about well-being, about being happy. Octo is a brand wanting to invite people to seek and embrace well-being by sourcing natural again, by reconnecting with their environment. We are unfortunately moving in a direction where we're disconnecting with ourselves, we're disconnecting with our environment, we're disconnecting then eventually with each other, and we live very according to our phones and what our social media presents, or what you and you think of me, instead of daring to follow our intuition. And so this is a product that's inspired by ancestral living. It is inspired by people that still to this day live according to their environment, and that is the conversation we want to bring. So not only is it a product where we've sourced from the Amazon, the richest, the most diverse environment in the world, it is also a homage to how they live. And it is an invitation to modern society that has become rather disconnected to reconnect. So that is the purpose of Octo, and it ties in just the same way I hope to inspire as an athlete. I want to inspire to live the way that your intuition tells you to, and not what other people tells you to.
Thank you. And Lucky, Brazilian fans already know what Super G is? You know why I'm asking? I don't know, but I think they will discover it soon, probably. Because they asked me if it is something erotic.
Well, which makes total sense now that I think about it. It will probably appear more so, but in fact, it is simply just another discipline. I will do my educating part this winter. Yes, not an erotic.
Lucas, please, one short message for our group members, for our...
Peace and love.
Thanks a lot, Lucas.
Yeah, I would like to ask basic questions about what is your plan for this season?
Try and ski as fast as I can, I guess. I think the objective for this year would really be to stand in the starting gate knowing that I can actually fight for podiums and wins, and really have this belief in the starting gate. Sometimes it works out, sometimes not, but I think that would be really my objective for this year.
I would like to also know about the changes for the season, which are like the biggest.
Well, for me, the big change, I guess, is definitely new skis. So it's been fun. It's been really exciting. I think after 19 years with Fischer, changing over to Atomic, there's a lot of new things, meeting new people, new routines, and it's been really nice just to bring a bit of fresh air into the preparation, relearn a number of things, and I'm really excited for the season, and hopefully I can show what I'm capable of during the races.
Amazing. Which is your favorite way to recharge?
For me it's probably just to go at home, see my friends, my family, some good food, and just be in the mountains and relax.
Amazing. And I would like to know also about your fans, because of course you have a lot of fans I see on Instagram that they cheer for you hard. And so if you have any interactions or like connections with them, how it works?
I'm not the biggest Instagram user, to be honest. I feel a little sorry for my fans, I guess, sometimes, because I keep my private life pretty private. I think it's just always try to take the time when people do come and meet us and things. Obviously, during races, it's a little difficult, I guess, because we have other fish to fry. Maybe is not the best way to put it, but definitely the race is the priority. But just try and share the passion for skiing, and try and communicate my passion and love for skiing, I guess.
The main goal of skiing next year is so first of all I have to do some great races, and then of course a medal at the Olympics is a big goal.
Yeah, and so the finals are in Norway, and it's like that place to you, right?
Yes, I like it there.
Yes, this is like my question: is you like it there, or is it just like one of the?
No, I like it. The last races there was good, and it's always. I think some years ago it was Moose, and that's always something great when we have somewhere we have never been before. So I'm always looking forward to such races.
Yeah. So do you have any specific place which you like most?
Yeah, I like the races in South Africa as well. Also Soleo. But there are also places like Zrinka Ljutic, Cardine is always very special. So there are many places. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Yes, so there are also two, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay, I have also a question for like fandom, because I saw that on Instagram you have a lot of like fan pages, like girls that really like
As fun?
yeah, fun,
Yeah.
like fun. And so I would like to know if you are like in touch with those girls. And
Yeah, I would try to give the fans something back, because we are living from them, and it's always very special to show them also private things. It's great to give them something.
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah,
Are you?
Yeah, I'm from Screeching Media.
Okay.
Yeah, and you look like you are free, so
Yeah.
I just want to ask you how are you, and what is your biggest like plan for the season? And
Yeah, I'm fine, and yeah, the plans for the season is to try to ski like last year with at the end of the last season with the good results, and yeah, trying to chase some good results.
yes, amazing. I would like to ask also about recharge. How do you recharge? What is your favorite way?
The favorite way, time at home with family, and yeah, just to come down and stay calm, and it's always the best way, I think, at home or maybe in summer with holiday.
Okay, and I would like to know also like your interactions with fans, as you have a lot like at home, right?
Yeah.
And so how it is on the races? Do you feel like special pressure, for example, back like home on your home races, or how do you feel with fans around?
For me, Zrinka and Google is quite different to other races in Austria, but it's okay. It's a little bit more pressure because I know the most of the guys who are cheering for me, and it's old school friends and neighbors and everything. And yeah, it's quite different to the other races, but I think it's a good pressure and yeah, fun to race there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really happy the way it's going. We had now a few weeks on skis to get to know each other, and the organization, the Swiss guy is impeccable. We are doing some good training, and I'm really glad that he's on the team and probably the right person for us coming into the Olympics at home.
Yeah, and so you know that you want to have the Olympics as the coach of the Olympic winner. So the trainings are also like focused on on distance, like victory in slalom for you.
Well, of course, when you go to the Olympics, you always want to go fight for the medals. But for doing that, we need to prepare the whole season to get to the Olympics in the best shape possible, and hopefully leave with a big smile.
Yeah, amazing. And so you know that so many Slovaks know he's a very popular sport in our country, and he is a very popular guy in our country. So yeah, you know now you will be also in spotlight in Slovakia.
Yeah, why not? I've never raced in Slovakia, but
yeah, I mean,
let's see in the next years.
Jump back up to visit Jumpa guys. Yeah, okay, and so I would like to know also about the calendar, because of course you're Italian, so Olympics is like the top calendar, but which race do you prefer, like from the calendar, like from the world?
Well, as Italian, I love Madonna di Campiglio, but I also love Kitzbühel. I love Alta Badia as a giant slalom, and I love Schladming. Those are maybe the 4 races which I enjoy the most.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Somehow we are...
Okay, Susie, I would like to ask you about windsurfing. Yeah. Training, during the summer, like about this camp and how you feel there.
Yeah, windsurfing is a great, I don't like to see it as a training, but for sure it helps me in my skiing. It gives me really good balance and also adrenaline, and it's kind of, I can push my limits really a lot there too. So it's different, so it's good for my mind, to do something else. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had some kind of special camp this year, right? I saw on Instagram.
I was
windsurfing.
I was windsurfing, and we went to. I had one windsurfing camp and dryland camp, which I combined. I did a bit of windsurfing, a bit of training.
Okay. And my second question is that last year you touched globe and then you won it. So do you already touch the Olympic medals?
No, not yet, but I have to get my hands on them as soon as possible. I don't know where to find them. I should ask Janica if I can touch hers, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Or
Maybe.
but yeah, come to museum. We have one there.
Oh yeah, or there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and we can see more and more Croatian flags on the slopes of the races. So, what is your relationship to your fans, to your crazy fan club? Right now?
I mean, I have really a lot of support also especially from Slovakia. So there's my fan club there, and I'm very happy about it. And I mean, as well in Croatia, but they all come on almost every race. They cheer on me, so I want to let them know that I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, Nina knows.
I know.
And this season there is a Spindlerovlin in the calendar. I already asked Mikaela because I know that it's special place, and I believe also for you.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, it was where I got my first podium. So.
Yeah, and you learned how to open the champagne, right?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
I remember that moment.
It was the most important lesson.
Yeah, what Mikaela can give you.
Yeah, for sure.